Welcome to Transmissions, where we talk all Hasbro, Takara, and third-party Transformers. On this episode, we've got reveals of new Transformers EarthSpark toys, Hasbro Pulse is expanding to more countries in Europe, and we're impressed by the reveal of a massive die-cast G1 Optimus Prime model kit. Today is Wednesday, September 28th, 2022, and this is episode 505 of Transmission.
Welcome to Transmissions, the podcast that knows you're in trouble when even the special master thinks you're full of shit. I'm your host, Charles, aka Big C, and I'm joined by the excellent Transmissions team. Jeremy, aka Yakko.
Hey, I can't believe my mic did not pick up the thing. I tried to be Daryl this week, but oh well. How's it going?
And Scott, the illustrious Dr. Pants.
Hello, everyone. Let's talk Transformers. I feel powerful when I say that.
Dr. Pants is a better Daryl than me.
Not by much.
Real Daryl, come back soon. He's out. Daryl's out on assignment this week, but he should be back soon.
He's your run and heard it.
That's good. That's good.
As always, we start off the show by thanking our Donatreons, just like DJ Ronan, those lovely people who support us on Patreon and PayPal. Thank you all so much for continuing to help us out and support the show. We really appreciate it. And of course, if you become a Donatreon, you get some special perks, get access to extra content. At higher levels, you get merchandise, and you get automatic entries into all of our upcoming contests. So lots of good stuff. And it's really easy to sign up. Just go to transmissionspodcast.com/support. That's where you can sign up for as low as $1. This week, we've got another special episode of We Like Big Bots. This is episode 3, and this should already be available to all our Donatrons on our Patreon page. This week, Dr. Pants and Daryl are talking about a very special bot. Dr. Pants, why don't you tell us all about it?
Well, I don't want to give away too much, but we are talking about Cyclonus. This is specifically G1 Cyclonus, but there's been a couple of good figures over time, and Darren and I get them out, and we just talk about it. Now, this isn't really necessarily a big bot in terms of size, but it's a big bot in our hearts.
He's a big bot in terms of personality.
Yes. Yes, very true. But go check it out. And if you're a Donatron, like, you should be watching these. I hope you're enjoying them. Please leave feedback. Please tell us what you want to see. But yeah, go check it out. Daryl and I have a blast just talking about toys.
Awesome. And also this week on our Empire of Rust main feed, we've got the next episode of our Transformers Live Play RPG podcast. And this is episode 85. Magnum Unchained. I think the D is silent. I don't know if I have to ask Mike if I'm supposed to pronounce the D.
I thought that was a typo when I was doing show notes for last week.
It's a play on Django Unchained, and
right.
you don't say the D, so why put the D there?
That's the joke.
Sorry, yes, that is.
It's like knights and knuts.
Yes.
But this is an exciting episode. This just came out this Monday, September 26th, so it should already be available in the free Empire Rust feed. You should have access. Just go to transmissionspodcast.com/rust. Very action-packed episode. Magnum and all the bots are doing some things. It's a big brawl, so check it out. It's fun.
Even when the episodes aren't action-packed, they are fantastic. Those guys do an amazing job. Seriously, if you're not listening to this, go listen to it. There was a courtroom drama like somewhere in this season. It was the best D&D-esque thing I've listened to. It was so good. So please check it out.
We should do more D&D courtroom dramas.
It gave me the idea that, like, I should somehow figure this out. I should try this, but I don't know if any of my players are smart enough to do this.
Wow.
Listen, I love my players. There's one I think I could trust. The others, it's iffy.
Well, Dr. Pants, you're definitely earning your Daryl spot here because you're actually listening to Empire of Rust, and Daryl will never do that. So you're doing better.
In this era where we have like so little Transformers media, why would you not want more amazing stories?
All right, everyone, check out Empire of Rust. All right, let's jump into the toy talk, starting off with quick hits.
All right, and our first quick hit is the Transformers Velocitron Speedia 500 collection, Wave 2, the figures Crasher and Shadow Strip. We have additional stock images and product descriptions for both of these, and also they are out in Canada. Now, you guys talked about these last week. We just have like some better looks at these, and of course, it is kind of a G2-esque drag strip called Shadow Strip, and then Crasher based on the GoBot design. Paint schemes look really, really good. The Crasher head's a little weird. I wish they had remodeled it a little bit, but overall, I'm kind of glad they're doing a second wave of the Speedia line. I'm excited to see what else they do with it, but not much else new to say. Just go check out those images.
Cool. All right, next up, we've got our look at the Velocitron Voyager Hot Rod. So we talked about this last week. We didn't have pictures yet, of course. But between the time that we recorded the show last week and the show came out, the pictures were already out online. So I'm sure people were like, "Why didn't you guys look at the pictures?"
I think it was the next day.
Yeah, the day after we recorded, but 2 days before the episode came out, the pictures came out. But yeah, so this is Velocitron Hot Rod. As we speculated, it is a recolor of the Studio Series 86 Hot Rod with a darker shade of red, and the legs, instead of the gray legs that represented the animation model from Transformers the movie, the legs are have different color schemes there, and a little bit more toy accurate, I would say. The color scheme actually reminds me more of the Marvel G1 Marvel Comics Hot Rod. He had a darker shade of red than the toy or the cartoon. But yeah, this is so yeah. So I mean, if you didn't pick up the Studio Series 86 Hot Rod and are still looking for a Hot Rod and you like this color better, I mean, I think you can still get the Studio Series 86 Hot Rod, but if you like this shade of red better, you can look for this Speedia 500 version. Although I think this is also a Walmart exclusive, so it might be a little bit harder to come by than the other version, but check it out.
All right. Hasbro has announced on their Hasbro Pulse Instagram account that Hasbro Pulse registrations are now available for people in France, Spain, Italy, and Austria. So this joins the United Kingdom and Germany as European or faux European in terms of the UK countries that can access Hasbro Pulse exclusives, and this is just in time for PulseCon. So I imagine they're going to have availability for the new reveals in Europe. So that is awesome.
And shipping for Daryl to Canada still sucks for Hasbro Pulse.
Yeah, they do it just to get him.
He's got a Toys R Us. He's fine.
Right. Exactly.
He's got those. He gets that. Nothing else. Sorry, Canada. I'm a little hurt. Next we have new Pop Taters Transformers Optimus Prime. So this is a potato head style Optimus Prime figure. Basically, just like Potato Head, it's got interchangeable parts that make him look like Optimus Prime, the helmet, the arms, the body, and everything. But there's an entire line of these. So not only can you have Optimus Prime, but you can customize him with parts from other figures like Sonic the Hedgehog, Dwight from The Office, Bob Ross, Gene Simmons, and the Big Lebowski.
Don't forget Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh, sorry, Garbage Pail Kids too. But this looks terrifying. We already had a Potato Head Optimus Prime, or should I say Optimash Prime, because I'm pretty sure that was his name. But this is terrifying. But if this is your thing, please enjoy. Now get it off the screen, please.
is there anyone out there who's who says potato not pop tater or something? start a potato head war.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I love that they're putting pop in it like it's a pop vinyl too. Like they're doing that. So
I bet they're smaller. But
probably.
All right. Continuing the toy listing teases coming out. We talked about a bunch of them last week. Now we've just got a couple more. One is a War for all these are for Studio Series figures. One is for a War for Cybertron Cliff Jumper, which is probably a repaint of a War for Cybertron Bumblebee. Still not clear if these are for the video game from 10 years ago or for the Netflix show. We're waiting to get some confirmation of that. I maybe at PulseCon next week we'll see some more information. I guess we'll have to wait. But also Rise of the Beasts figures also listing. So one is Mirage, which is codenamed Pluto in this toy listing. And then the other is Nightbird, which is codenamed Outlaw. So I think we did hear that Nightbird was going to be in the Rise of the Beasts movie. So this is confirmation that she's getting a toy there. So, but yeah, curious what that toy is going to look like. We still have no pictures, no information, but the listing rumors continue.
All right. And thanks to the Oz Comic Con that happened this last weekend, we have our first look at packaging for EarthSpark. And they had a number of figures and their packaging on display. And very similar in design to Legacy packaging, honestly. Like if you look at this one here for Terran Twitch, I mean, it's got the EarthSpark branding and stuff, but the shape of the box has those angles that we've seen in EarthSpark. So, I mean, not too many surprises there, but, you know, it's getting closer to the show and looks like the toys are going to be available, you know, right in time. It looks like the smaller figures are going to be in kind of blind boxes, but I mean, you're going to know what they are. It's just that style. But one thing that I thought was interesting on this Terran Twitch, it has a Build-A-Figure piece. So they're going to be doing that. And this one is for a humanoid character called Mandroid. So that is an amazing name for a character. I am even more intrigued for the show now because of that.
Is that a villain?
It probably. The Mandroid is not really a friendly sounding name.
Fair enough. All right, that's all our quick hits. Let's jump into our main discussion topics.
All right, and first up we have Toyworld doing another Bumblebee movie figure, and this is Shatter, and it's a triple changer. Shatter is an actual triple changer, and we've got color prototypes. So Toyworld's done a bunch of the Bumblebee movie figures so far, as like masterpiece scale, but this is the first time we're seeing an actual Shatter figure as a triple changer, and they nail the car mode. I would say the jet mode's a little bit more haphazard, but it's a jet. Like it still looks like her jet mode, and she can do all three. And the robot mode looks great. It looks like how she did in the movie. And I can't get over how good that car looks. Now the car mode does have quite a few panels in it, but I mean, to execute a live action triple changer, I think you're going to have to, but this is looking really, really cool. They first talked about this back in 2019. We saw some gray prototypes, but now we've got color. The colors look amazing. Toyworld's done a lot of this kind of like dry brushing on their metal parts and whatnot, and a lot of really nice detail. I don't know if I'll pick it up personally, but I'm happy to see one of the triple changers from the Bumblebee movie actually is a triple changer. So that is very, very cool. So Charles, what do you think of Shatter?
Yeah, this looks great. I mean, this has been my constant complaint about the two villains from the Bumblebee movie is that Hasbro did not put in the engineering to actually deliver triple changing figures for the triple changing characters in the movie. So Toyworld stepping up, doing the third party thing and taking it over. I mean, you can, I guess, depending on your stance on third party, maybe, whether that's good or bad, but I do appreciate someone actually doing the work to try and engineer this character and give it the triple changing figure it deserves. I mean, I think this is an example of the movie, like when the movie designs the character first, and it's not the toy designers, they cause problems for the toy designers, because I'm sure when they looked at the model for the movie, they were like, how are we supposed to get a triple changer out of this figure?
Yeah, the frames in the movie probably went from like one part cheat, another part.
But yeah, I like
even with the third party engineering in this, like, you got to admit, like, there's some parts of the plane that don't look quite right. Like, it's pretty obvious you're seeing some feet and other pieces in there. The car mode looks really good, but panely. So,
well, but I mean, name any triple changer that's had a plane mode that the plane mode was the best mode.
Yeah, I mean, you can go. G1 Blitzwing has like giant, super thick wings that would never get off the ground. I mean, you're not gonna you're gonna have to cheat somewhere if you want a triple changing figure in physical space.
And that's always the thing with triple changers, is there is always one mode that kind of suffers.
Right.
But I mean, just looking at this, I can kind of understand why we didn't get like a deluxe or even a Voyager of this, because it's so clearly a muscle car, so clearly a jet, and they really share nothing. At least most other triple changers, there's something shared between the two. But I mean, I'm not a toy engineer, so I don't know.
Yeah, what I really appreciate is just the size differences, at least the apparent size differences. Like, it feels like the car is smaller than the jet, which in real life that it should be. You can tell it's not a lot smaller, but it does feel smaller, and it just the transformation steps in this just kind of make me feel like really nervous, because I bet there's a lot of little pieces in there that are going to be difficult at times. Like, it's going to be a really tough transformation, at least the first couple times. And that is one of my biggest issues with these type of figures. Cause I don't know, I just don't find that much work in a toy to be very fun, but I know I'm in the minority.
Well, I mean, I pick up a lot of third party figures, and like, you do get some of this. It's not. I agree with you. That's not for me. I don't want like a fiddly transformation where there's all these tiny little intricate steps. I kind of want something big and chunky with, if it's got panels, at least bigger panels, because I have I've got big man hands. It's not made for intricate work. But now that you pointed out, now I'm looking at the car mode and I'm like, where the hell is the rest of the toy in that car?
Right. I mean, I'm sure it's in there somewhere.
Yeah. And then you look at the robot compared to it, and I'm like, it's so much bigger. What the hell is going on? But I mean, I
figured out mass shifting.
But I'm guessing, Jeremy, that you're not buying this.
No, I am not in the market for movie figures in general. But a third party movie figure at this level of detail and complexity, it's not in my wallet would just say no.
Yeah.
My wallet, meaning my wife, would say no.
She doesn't have to know. She doesn't have to know.
Listen to this.
She doesn't listen to this. And how often is she in the basement looking at your collection?
Right.
And would she know when you had a new piece in the collection?
Not usually.
Mine does, because I'll pick it up and be like, look what I got. Isn't he cool? Because I act like a kid, but still. It's a cool looking figure. And like I said, I like third party stuff, but I don't know if I'm in the market for this. I think I need to see reviews and see how the transformation works before I'm in on it. Cause like it's got to be black magic, but it is even in robot mode. That's a great looking figure. But
I mean, in terms of a movie figure, it looks like the character on screen.
Right. And come on, we have to admit that the designs in the Bumblebee movie were better than most of the other Bayverse designs.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Right. Like Shatter still looks like a pile of parts at times, but they're still recognizable. Oh, there's car bits, there's jet wings and stuff. I really like Shatter, Dropkick, and Bumblebee and Blitzwing. I liked everybody in that movie, but I mean, it's still no G1 or the other cartoons, but I get what you're saying. But that is all I've got.
All right, next we've got a new die-cast model. This is from Agora, Agora Models, and they are licensing a die-cast Optimus Prime. It's 600 pieces, 78 centimeters tall, which is also 31 inches. So this is bigger than the HasLab Unicron. 31 inches, that's almost 3 feet. That's 2.5 feet, over 2.5 feet.
Small toddler.
It's 600 pieces. It comes in it's going to be delivered in 12 packs over the year starting in January 2023. So you got to pay in installments. It's
subscription.
Yeah, it's a subscription. It looks like this is in the UK, so it's 60 pounds a month. No, for the first one is 60 pounds a month, and then each additional pack is 120 pounds for the following months. If you do the 12-month plan, I think if you can save some money if you pay all the first 3 packs up front, that's 400 pounds, and then. Oh no! I think. Oh, is that everything? I don't know. The pricing. It's too expensive. That's what I'm trying to say. You're not gonna. I mean, this is It's a lot of money. I mean, this is very cool. It's 11 kilograms of die-cast metal, which works out to
like 25 pounds.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, this is a big boy. Jeez. And you put it together and it's fully posable. It comes with all the Optimus Prime accessories you love. It's got a matrix, got his ion blaster or laser rifle, whatever you want to call it. He's got a base, a stand and everything. He does not transform, of course, because he's a licensed figure and it's a model kit. So that's the only thing it's missing. But this thing is huge. Huge and expensive. So, and I guess I don't know if it's available outside of the UK because it is being marketed in the UK. But I don't know, Jeremy. What do you think of this thing? Is this something you'd ever be interested in?
I mean, I wasn't until you mentioned the price, but I guess for the size, the price makes sense. It looks like if you do the 24-month plan, it's only $64.99 per month after the first one. But it'll take you twice as long. So
it's a cell phone plan.
Exactly. Yeah, they're giving you a deal by making you pay more if you do the 12 months.
Yeah.
I think it looks good. I'm sure it'll look really impressive in person. I'm not a huge model kit assembler. I'm more of a model kit box collector. But I really like the idea of this. The fact that it's die-cast, the fact that it's going to be massive. It's a really cool thing. I do wonder, is this design based on Dreamwave? Because it resembles Dreamwave Optimus Prime in many ways to me.
It looks better than that. It does look like that, but I think it looks a lot better than that. But
well, yeah, I mean, it does in places, but there was, I think particularly this image here kind of made me think of some of those early Dreamwave issues where you have like it seems like the chest and midsection is a little bit too small for the size of the arms and the legs.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I mean, it still looks great. And I want to see some finished versions in a year.
The smokestacks are huge.
Yeah.
Smokestacks are completely out of proportion.
Right. He's compensating for something.
By the way, if you Jeremy, if you go to the top of the website on the right, there you can click United Kingdom and actually take it to US, and it'll convert the price and everything. So it is available in the United States. It even converts the size right on the main page to say 31 inches.
Nice. Okay, I have even more respect for them now.
Yeah.
I mean, give it to us in real money. Yes, I'd still. I mean, it's expensive, but you're getting, die cast. It's painted. I love it, but it's not something that I would do.
It does have light. It also has lights too. It has working lights. So
it also talks. And apparently the mouth plate will move with his words.
Oh, wow.
So this is like on par with the Roboson in terms of price and detail. If you're a model collector, I'm sure this is something right up your alley. So,
although I would say if I mean, given the expense of this, I think the Roboson is a better deal since you're getting an actual transforming toy that does lots more things.
I mean, long term, you'd be paying more for this.
Oh yeah. The Roboson was what, like $750 when it came out?
It was, I think it's $750, and then the trailer is $750.
Even if you got both the Roboson and the trailer, it's cheaper than this is. So because if you look at the price in American, it's $150 a month for 11 months, $75 for the first. So it's about like almost $1,800.
Yikes.
Yeah. So,
well, enjoy, super rich Transformers collectors.
Pants, what was your opinion on it?
Oh my God, I love it so much. Oh man, I love building model kits. I have stated that so many times on here, and this thing is so sexy. I love the proportions. It gives me a very anime Japanese kind of style. So really just ticking all the boxes. The fact that it talks, that the mouth plate moves, that all the lights light up and everything, and it's posable and it's die cast and it's almost 3 freaking feet tall. Like, oh, I wish I had the money. Oh God, I wish I had the money so bad. Oh, I would honestly, if I was one of those rich fans, this forget any statue, forget any other high-end figure, I would get this in a heartbeat. I love the way this looks, and it's right up my alley, but
it's a big bot.
I love big bots. Would he be the biggest bot in my collection? Probably. Because I think the biggest one I have otherwise is like, what's Fort Max? Like 2 feet? The
I think
Titans Return one?
Yeah. Like 2 feet.
Yeah, so that's the biggest one I've got. But oh man, I think it looks great. The finish on it and everything, it just looks so good. I wish it wasn't that expensive. I wish they'd make a smaller version that didn't light up and didn't talk, and I'd get that. That's all I gotta say. I can't keep looking at it.
All right, well, that's all our toy discussion, so we will jump right into trips to the store.
The Transmissions Podcast will return after these messages.
Okay, Trips to the Store is brought to you by our friends at TeePublic. Thanks, everyone, for continuing to help us out. If you just go to our TeePublic store and buy some merchandise, get a cool Transmissions shirt like the one Jeremy has. You can do that at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. Yeah, you can buy all our Transmissions merch. Of course, you can buy anything from TeePublic through our link, and that will help out the show. So just
Charles,
go to
we did have someone buy some stuff from our link that was not ours.
Ooh.
Like yesterday, someone bought.
It was Dr. Pants.
Oh,
it was me.
There we go.
It was me. Actually, can I take a moment and say that my wife has a store on TeePublic now too, and she's going to be working on some Transformers designs eventually.
Oh, okay.
Could we work with her? And is she? Would she be willing to do some designs for us?
I will talk to her, but I'm
this
sure
can be edited out. But
No. In all honesty, she would probably be very happy because on the way, like we went to a convention today. I'll talk about that later. But on the way there, she was asking me like, "So what kind?" Because she has a Gundam design up there because she knows I like that, and she had done one before. And she's like, "What other Gundams or Transformers should I do?" And I'm just like rambling off Transformers. I'm like, "We need a Soundwave one. We need a Star Saber. Give me a Piranacon. Like make all this for me." And
we have the Soundwave and blasters, and I've been wanting to have some cassette ones for kids.
Ooh,
and
that's a good idea.
We've never, had time to do those.
She really enjoys it. So I when we're done recording here, I'll ask her and put you guys in touch.
Yeah. And also, I mean, if she does Transformer shirts just in general, let us know. We can add them to our storefront.
Okay.
Linking back to her.
Okay. Great.
But I was going to show the ones you got.
Oh, wait, that wasn't me.
That wasn't you?
That was not me. I did not order those.
Okay, well, that one seems like something you would do.
That is. Actually, was the other one a pumpkin spice latte one or like?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm basic. I drink pumpkin spice lattes all fall. So like it would have, but that's not me. I did order stuff through your storefront. I don't know if it went through or not, but
let me see, because I think we had two.
It was a skull something. Was that what you ordered?
Nope. Actually, what did I order? It was a Transformer shirt. Nope. Yeah, that's not me. I don't know. Maybe it didn't go through. I thought I used it.
Whoever bought these shirts, thank you.
Yeah, TeePublic does sales all the time, so you can probably usually get a 35% discount, and through our link, it'll still help out the show. So check them out. transmissionspodcast.com/shop. All right, we're gonna show off the stuff we got this week. Jeremy was busy this week, so we're gonna skip him. It's okay.
Bye, Jeremy.
Daryl's not here to shame you, so we all know we all know. Well, maybe Dr. Pants will shame you, but you and I know, Jeremy, that some weeks are hard. We don't get out to the stores and get stuff.
There's weeks like this week where I didn't even have time to go through my bins to see what have I not shown or what have I not shown in like the last 3 years that I can show again.
Yeah.
I'm just lucky because I'm not on here every week, so I get a longer span of time to build stuff up. So
yeah,
and
I will not shame
more
you.
Than both me and Charles.
I did. I bought so much.
All right, so let's get me out of the way first. I just got one thing, but this is the thing I have been looking at, and a couple weeks ago, Apollo showed it off as well, and I got a little bit of FOMO, and I saw it again in the store, so I picked up Legacy Galvatron. Hey. This is the Galvatron without the battle damage schmutz on it, so a clean Galvatron.
It's so good. It's such a good figure.
So now I've got the Galvatron, I've got the Kingdom Cyclonus, I've got the Studio Series 86 Scourge. The band is back together. So and I love that they give the Matrix accessories are everywhere. I love that they gave Galvatron a Matrix on the chain. That's a nice little detail there.
Chain.
Okay, it's plastic. I mean, it's molded plastic. It's
I know.
It's okay.
No, it's fine. I painted mine to look a little bit better because it's
And my wife and I were shopping in Walmart, doing the grocery shopping. And I said, I'm just gonna pop over to the toy section for a second, and then she was like, "That's not on the grocery list," but she let me get it anyway because she's awesome. So, thank you, honey. All right, Dr. Pants, show us your haul.
Okay, so first off, I'm going to continue from you, Charles. I showed mine off before, but I got the upgrade kit for my Galvatron, so now he has longer legs. And he's got posable fingers. Can I show that? The face, if it'll focus. I don't know what I'm doing. He's got a smirking face because it's got a faceplate for that. Comes with the toy accurate gun, and the Matrix is now on an actual metal chain.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Honestly, but here's the funny thing. I pre-ordered the kit. It came in, and I started upgrading it. I started with the left leg. I went to the right leg. They gave me 2 sets of left leg pieces.
It's 2 left feet.
Well, no, because I got a hold of BBTS about it, and they're like, "Hey, we're sorry. We'll send you another one. Don't worry about it." So I was able to finish it, but now I have a second upgrade kit. All the pieces except the leg extensions. So, anybody wants the interchangeable faces or a Matrix chain, Charles, they're yours. Take them.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Well, they told me to keep them for spare parts, and it's like I don't really need spare parts for those. I don't plan on any of it breaking like that. So, yeah, they're yours. So I will. We'll talk about getting that out at some point. I went to RetroCon this weekend. It was a spur of the moment kind of thing. On a side note, I got to meet the voice actress for Black Arachnia. She was there, Venus
Terzo.
Yes. I did get her autograph, but it wasn't for me. She actually did voice acting for one of my friends. His favorite anime did one of the main characters. So I got her autograph for him for a gift down the line, but I had a lovely conversation with her. She was great. But what did I pick up? Well, I'm going to show you some of the stuff. First thing, Studio Series Bumblebee movie RC.
Ah, nice.
Surprisingly, I paid $10 less than retail for this.
Wow.
In the box. The last day they had it up for $15, and I'm like, all right. I normally wouldn't get like a new figure at a convention, but can't say no. She is a lot of fun. And she has a little bit of a backpack, but nothing like any of the other RCs, and the transformation's really, really fun. I kind of like the bike car mode that's going on. She's really posable. Her face looks like the movie, but it's a little frightening, and you're not going to be able to see it, but that's okay. Real quick, this is technically a group of 3, but count as one. I got Spy Changers.
Awesome. I approve.
I am only missing one of the original 6 Spy Changers now. I am missing Ironhide, so I have to track one of those down. But I had 2. A guy had the other 3 that I was missing, so I picked all those up. So we're good.
I think I showed off an Ironhide, but the clear version a month or 2 ago.
I have the clear version, but I want like the original colors of all of them to go with the set. Next thing, not a toy, but I have the Headmasters and Super God Master Force on DVD. I wanted Victory. Couldn't find a set of Victory for less than like $60-$70, but somebody on eBay was selling the whole Japanese collection for $20.
Nice.
$20?
Yes.
Wow.
It was brand new. Yeah, look at that. Look at that Star Saber on the front. Yeah. So I've actually been watching through Super God Master Force, and oh my God, I love it so much. It's amazing. Such a great, great show, which leads me to my last 2 things here. I picked this up on sale on BBTS, but I got the Fans Project Function X6 Knight. So this is a third-party 6 Knight who is the Japanese version of Quick Switch. And Super God Master Force figure. He goes with my Jinrai and the 3 Headmaster Juniors and everything. So he's a lot of fun. He was on sale for like $40. And I can't say no to that because I'm pretty sure no one else is ever going to do one. No one's going to do a 6 Knight. But he does all...
Ninja Consultant 6-Shot Son, right?
Quick Switch he's just a member of the 6 Clan who shows up on Earth, and he just goes to fight Jinrai to be like, hey, I want to prove how strong I am.
Oh.
Finds out the Autobots are stronger than he thinks. He's like, all right, I'm going to join you. And that's basically it. So, yeah, no, he is not a ninja consultant, not 6-Shot Son, just another guy who just shows up. But that leads me to my last figure because, again, I'm on a Super God Master Force kick. And, guys, I love big bots. I love me some real big bots.
Oh,
nice.
This is Fans Hobby Double Evil, a third-party overlord. And, oh, my God, I love it. I love it so much. He is gigantic. Like like probably close to 1.5 feet tall. And it's Overlord. He does the separation into the jet, the tank. The transformation is big, clunky. He's got both Power Masters.
Power Masters.
Giant Power Masters. And my favorite part about it, he's got the gimmicks. He's got the spring-loaded belly guns. I love it. It's so cool. No, he's fantastic. Like I said, the transformation's great. He's big. He's clunky. He does all the things an Overlord should do. And I mean, I've got Fans Hobbies God Jinrai, so he goes really well with that. I think I'm in for the long haul with Fans Hobby and all their Super God Master Force. They're doing a double dealer. They're doing a Dreadwind and Blackwing. I'm in. Give it all to me. Let's do it all. But I've got more big bots to show off, but I'm going to wait till Daryl's here. So, because he might appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't have to show him up this week, so, but I still had to show off a lot, but I've got plenty more for next time. So, but that's all I got. That's all I got. And my wallet's in the back room crying right now, but that's okay. It'll get better.
That's normal.
Yeah, it is. When you're a Transformers fan, that's just a thing.
All right, that's it for this week's Trips to the Store.
We now return to the Transmissions Podcast.
And take us into convention news.
All right. In convention news this week, there's been Takara Tomy Hobby Expo in Japan. So we've got a lot of new prototypes and other things to see here. The first one was the MPG Raiden prototype. This is just a first look. They didn't have it under any kind of clear light, I'm sure for reasons because it's not finished yet, but it seems really dark, kind of lit from the bottom, looking ominous, but it looks big. It looks good. Dr. Pants, do you have any comments on this Raiden, or have you been wanting to get the official or the unofficial?
Based on how the official's been turning out, I am definitely more in line for the unofficial, the Moon Studios one, if I'm going to get one. I mean, this one doesn't look bad, but I'm just not impressed with all the kibble that the smaller bots have, and also this one's looking very kibbly too combined, but it looks cool. If you're an official Masterpiece collector, like, good job. You got a Masterpiece combiner, and he looks pretty awesome. I can't wait to see it in color, though. I really want to see how that's going to turn out.
Yeah. So I think it'll be interesting to see when it actually is fully revealed. But yeah, I think a lot of people are kind of like you. They're going with the Moon Studios, but still impressive that Takara is doing this. Mm-hmm. But they did show off some other things. So we get to see the first images of Legacy Breakdown, which will be going on the Minosaur figure. And I mean, it looks like Breakdown. I think it looks pretty good. Minosaur still has the whole like exoskeleton type thing. The car just kind of clicks on. That's not my favorite form of combining robots, but it's accurate to the character. But really, I think what a lot of us were interested in is we get some Victory Saber images here. So let me find, I think there's a side shot here of Victory Saber. And so full color Victory Saber. I get to see even his, little blast effect here. I am optimistic about this guy. He's looking very non-yellowed, but this is a pristine sample. Little minifigures there look good. Get to see what's the guy in the back? The Victory Leo.
The line is Victory Leo, and then it's Victory Saber all combined up.
Okay. And there was just a Victory Leo by himself right here.
Mm-hmm.
So these are off to the
Yeah, this
side.
does this. I'm very happy I backed this now. It does. It
Yeah.
looks really good.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be one of the biggest bots in my collection when I get them. So I am very happy to see these, and hopefully it comes out sooner rather than later because I'm eager to get it.
I don't know if you guys talked about it or not, but did you hear the story about that they a shipment of these that were heading to, was it Taiwan, Thailand? A shipment was heading somewhere. The ship actually hit a storm and a bunch of them fell off into the sea.
I had not heard that.
Yeah, and apparently they had to refund a bunch of people because the like they had enough made to get to all the backers and they lost a large shipment, so they ended up refunding them along with sending them something else. I forget what else they sent them. But they sent them a refund and some kind of compensation. But yeah, a bunch of them were destroyed. But the news out of that means they are getting shipped out. So hopefully sometime soon. I feel real bad for anybody who lost them, but yeah. No, that was a story popped up on Twitter. I forget who posted it though.
It's on Twitter. It's true.
I mean,
I believe you. I just
no.
I haven't seen it, but
well, and the thing is it was just like it was off of like some other smaller country, and it didn't really affect anybody around here. So I don't think too many people really latched onto it. But
yeah. All right. Well, one other thing I wanted to show here from this expo was we get another image of the awful canon Transformers Optimus Prime. I still don't know why. It looks great as a camera, but why? Anyway,
I guess Canon drove a dump truck full of money up to Takara's doorstep and said, we want to license a Transformer for marketing purposes.
Yeah. I don't know.
It looks like a season 1 Sailor Moon villain, where like they would just take on the appearance of an object with arms and legs sticking out of like a shoe or something. This, oh God, I hate this.
All right, well let's move on. How about that?
Fantastic.
TFCon has announced an exclusive figure. This is the MB0611E God Delta by Fans Hobby. And it's limited to just 600 pieces worldwide. So I'm not sure how many is going to be at TF. Well, it says it's exclusively available at TFCon, but then you throw in that worldwide. That confuses me. But each piece is going to have individual laser engraving, I'm guessing, of a number. So that's pretty cool. And if this is the Delta Magnus version, like the Diaclone Ultra Magnus colors, and he looks really cool. Dr. Pants, do you have like any version of this?
Yeah, I've got the God Jinrai, so it's right. The Power Baser and the God Armor. I have it. It's gigantic. It's about as big as Double Evil is, if not a little bit bigger. It's solid. That figure looks amazing. I saw this, and even though I have that figure, I'm like, I want this. This looks so good. I love the color scheme on it and everything. It is like $300 and some.
Yeah, but it's a big boy.
He's a real big boy. And honestly, if you get Power Baser and God Armor, it's about the same price anyway. But it's such a good figure. If anybody doesn't have Power Baser and the God Armor, and like you look at this and you realize like, I want this, do it. It's a great figure. There's a lot of playability, and for a third-party figure, again, not real fiddly. It's big, it's chunky, and it's so cool.
Awesome.
And I want this.
And it looks like it does the same thing the original Ultra Magnus and Optimus Prime did. Is they just painted it different colors and gave it an Ultra Magnus head.
That and shoulder rockets, and I think they gave him new guns. and they painted all the headmasters and power master as like Diaclone pilots,
right?
Which is also really cool.
Yeah, it looks really cool, and it looks like it does also come with. Well, I guess that's a missile.
It's got a spring-loaded missile. There's no reason for that to have a firing missile, but it does, and also that spring is stupid powerful. I lost one missile already. Thankfully, it came with extras.
If you get it, please, probably don't play with that in the hotel because you'll lose it and you'll never make it home.
There's a safety. Just lock the safety on the rocket. You're fine.
I would just say, wait till you get home. Better to lose it at home than at the hotel. All right. One more TFCon announcement. They have announced that Ken Christensen will be attending. He is a concept and cover artist for Transformers. He's done, I think more recently, concept arts for Hasbro when they're designing figures and kind of early on in the phase or in the design phase. He will do concept art that they then use as their basis for the figures. But he's also done covers on various comics for IDW. I don't know if he's been to a TFCon in a while. I know Charles and I met him, I think at TFCon Charlotte. So that was like 2014.
2015, maybe?
15. Yeah. It's been a while. So good to see him back on the circuit. And it'll be great seeing him there.
Cool.
And then finally, we have New York Comic Con coming up October 7th. Andrew Griffith, Livio Ramondelli, and EJ Sue are all going to be there. So if you're going to be there, check them out in Norris Alley. But Friday, October 7th, from 5 to 6 p.m. at the IDW booth, which is booth 2557, they will be doing a joint signing. So nice time to get something of yours signed by all three. So be sure to check that out. I really enjoyed the one time I got to go to New York Comic Con. Kind of wish I could go back, but New York is so expensive. But that is all I got for convention news.
Okay, and we'll finish up the show with some feedback. And we've got a voicemail from our Masterpiece Donatrion, John 4X Levengood.
Hey guys, John 4X Levengood here again. Just listening to the recent transmissions and found out that they're doing a recolor of Venusaur on the Legacy series, and maybe I'm missing something, and please correct me if I am wrong, and I am missing something. But and I don't dissuade Hasbro from recoloring and reissuing and doing all this stuff. They got to make money out of their figures anyhow, but shouldn't we get all of Venusaur before we start getting recolors? Because I know I've only gotten the main bot and if I've pre-ordered 3 of the limbs, but I haven't been able to pre-order the 4th limb, and we're already getting recolors. Am I missing something here? I just that's my thoughts, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
I don't think you're missing anything. But I guess with the Shadow strip figure, we don't really even have confirmation that we're getting all the G2, all the Stunticons and G2 colors yet. I mean, I don't know. I definitely agree. It seems odd that you don't even have the whole combiner out. You've already got repaints out. That seems definitely odd. Especially with, since it's not Scramble City style, and you can't just put any limbs wherever you want. Like, they go in specific areas, so it's not even like you can mix and match with the G2 figures. And except for, swapping out for their individual counterparts.
I think drag strip can go on either arm. Same with Wild Rider and Breakdown can go on either leg. I think it's just the leg. The legs are specific to the legs. The arms are specific to the arms. But
yeah,
sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, I mean, but I mean, it is definitely odd that they're pushing a set of repaints, or I mean, just one repaint in this, like, and putting it in that Speedia 500 collection. I wonder if all the G2 Stunticons are going to go in that Speedia 500 collection, or if they're going to be in distributed out, spread out between other exclusive collections. So you got to hunt across different stores to get all the characters. I don't know. It's very weird.
It's hard enough to find all the pieces to a combiner as it is. If you're just hunting without pre-ordering, I can't imagine that they would do like a piece in the Speedia 500, maybe a piece in the buzzworthy Bumblebee, another piece in Generation Selects. Like, I can't imagine.
Well, I mean, based on how we know the exclusivity stuff works, I don't know if it would be the same mold for the Speedia collection. Or is the regular Minosaur in there too? Or is it just Legacy?
No, the regular Menosaur is just Legacy. So
okay, yeah,
only
the like one of the molds that people have been asking about reusing. I can't remember what character, but they said that they couldn't reuse it until this exclusivity ended.
Soundwave, the Netflix Soundwave.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. So I don't know. It's weird that we're getting a repaint in this exclusive line. Maybe Walmart wanted the character or the mold, and they worked out a separate deal. But that would lead me to think that maybe we are going to get G2 repaints of all of the figures in this other line. And it was just a deal that they did. And so while they had the mold, pumping out, pieces, they just diverted some of the pieces to this other line in terms of the paint jobs and stuff. So it wasn't actually a unique run specifically for the character.
I don't know. I mean, John makes a good point though, that like I think the only two pieces of Menosaur I've seen are Motormaster and Dragstrip. I haven't even seen Wild Rider yet. Dead End's not coming out for a few months, and they haven't even announced Breakdown. We just got a glimpse of it without an official announcement. And like, yeah, they are doing repaints. I also find it hard to believe that if they did do a full thing, that Walmart would get an exclusive repaint of a Commander class figure. Because there's only been one other Commander class figure I think they got a repaint, and that was Jetfire, and it was for Shatter Glass. I think that's it. But
related to this, I do have something I left out of convention news, but we will probably find out all about this weekend at PulseCon, which I forgot, September 30th and October 1st, and featuring. Well, this makes me feel weird. There it is. Little bitty Transformers. But we have the time of the Transformers brand panel. It is September 30th at 1:15 p.m. Eastern time. So thank you, Hasbro, for putting it on a time before I go on a camp out for the weekend.
But while I'm in the middle of teaching a class, come on, Hasbro, work with my schedule here.
Put it in an earbud. The students won't know.
Oh no, I'll have it playing on my computer while I'm up teaching.
But if you do want any of the figures that are revealed, early access for Hasbro Pulse Premium subscribers is at 5 p.m. Eastern, and then for everyone it is at 6 p.m. Eastern. So they are doing a G.I. Joe brand panel on the Saturday if you're interested in that. I know some of our audience probably is. But the big thing is the Transformers panel, 1:15 p.m. Eastern, September 30th. And if you go here, you can add them to your actual calendar. They have a download link for the calendar. So I wanted to make sure we get that out since it is coming this weekend. And we'll obviously have all of the news next week. So we'll be all PulseCon all the time.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks, John, for sending in your voicemail. Yeah, we unfortunately we don't have any answers for you either, but we are also confused about Menasor repaints coming out so quickly. So we'll have to wait and see. Okay, we got a last minute comment from Dualbeard Gridwork, but it came in a little late, so we're gonna have to push that till next week. So suggestion to if you're wanting to send in feedback or comments, please try and send it a couple days before we record the show. Record on Sunday, so
try to send it before Friday.
Yeah,
to make it to the next week's shows, just to make sure.
Yeah, that it's hard for we're busy people, so it's hard to get everything together. So but don't worry, we got your feedback. We're not ignoring it, so we'll get it. We'll get to it next week. All right, everyone. That will do it for this episode of Transmissions. Thanks, everyone, for watching and listening. As always, we end the show by giving a shout out to our Masterpiece Donatrions. These are the people who continue to support the show at our highest level on Patreon. So thank you once again to John Forex Levengood and Demon Tech 82. You guys are awesome. And Dr. Pants, once again, it's always great to have you on. So why don't you tell everyone where they can find you and your things online?
It's always a pleasure to be here, and you can find me and my friends doing everything at Nerdstradamus. It's nerdstradamus.com or youtube.com/Nerdstradamus, because that is our channel. That is where we put out everything. We do mostly videos there, and we stream. We're getting back into it. We just streamed on Friday. We played Phasmophobia, a co-op ghost hunting game. So you get to watch all of us freak out and be little babies. So please go and check that out. We have a blast, and it's fun. It's fun.
All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Transmissions. If you'd like to join the conversation, travel to our Discord channel at transmissionspodcast.com/Discord. Want some cool transmission swag? Feast your eyes on our transmissions gear at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. If you'd like to support our podcast, go to transmissionspodcast.com/support or tell your friends about our show. We'll see you next time.